Thank you for joining us today. We are super excited to partner with Buffalo City Schools and beyond to help with the development of meaningful connections with your family. My name is Simone, and I'm a Senior Partner Success Manager here at Talking Points. And the first question that I want to make sure to answer, and which sure many of you have been thinking, is how can I log in? How can I get started? Since your rostering is coming in through the Infinite Campus through Clever, you can actually go ahead and log into the Talking Points directly from your work portal, which should look like this. Once you're in Clever, you should see this dashboard. You should see the Talking Points icon, our logo right here. It looks like these two communication bubbles. If you're not seeing it at the top of your screen, maybe it's because you haven't logged in yet. What you can do is in the search bar, type in Talking Points, and you'll see the logo. At this point, you just go ahead and click on the logo. And because you're already signed into Clever, you'll bring you right into the platform. So today we're going to demo in a teacher's site. So that way you can see what you have access to as a teacher. Talking Points is a two-way multilingual family engagement platform, and we translate our messages back and forth to families in over 125 languages. To start communicating with your families, you just simply need to press this button, New Message. When you send a new message, you can send a class announcement to multiple families, or you can send a direct message to a single family or to selected families. You can rest assured that every single one of those messages will automatically be sent to them in their preferred home language. That means that you, as a teacher, are not going to have to take time out of your day to figure out which languages a family speaks. So in the past, you would have to go into Google Translate, copy and paste to make sure that it's accurate, and go back and forth to your messaging. Now, you just simply write your message and hit send. In addition, Talking Points delivers all of your messages to your families by default through basic SMS text messaging. We are completely an opt-out platform, so families don't have to download anything or sign up for anything extra in order to be able to receive those messages from you. As soon as you start pressing send, they're going to get those messages as a regular old text message on their phone. That being said, we do have the option for a free mobile app. Now, this is completely optional. And if families do not want to use this, they can stay within the text message platform. Let's go ahead and practice sending a direct message. So I'm going to hit New Message and Direct Message. Because all of your classes are rostered, what you can do is just click on the families that you want to send the message to. So you hit Select Recipients. For instance, I may want to send it to Alfie Kreitz. What I can do is select this little square right here and send it to both of Alfie's contacts. So I'm seeing that I'm sending it to a sibling and a relative. However, if I don't want to message all of his contacts, I can hit this drop-down menu and know that I'll only want to send it to a sibling. I can do this with one family or more than one family. So let's just say I'm going to be working with Alfie and Alma's family in terms of setting up some after-school tutoring. I can select the recipients, and each family will receive their own text message. It will not be a group message. So they won't be able to see who else was messaged in this message thread. Then what I do is simply type in my message. One thing that I want to show you is you have access to many templates. I'm going to use this basic one if this is the first time I'm sending a message to a family. So anything that you see within the square brackets will be customized for that family. So for instance, when I send this to Alfie and Alma's families, they're going to see my name in the square bracket of teacher signature. This is just kind of letting them know what Talking Points is, how they can opt out, and how they can download the free app. So let's say I want to choose a different template. So I'm going to select this template to let the families know that I'm going to be their teacher this year, and I'm looking forward to working with the family. You're going to see that within this square bracket, it's going to have the student's first name. So what this will do is when Alfie's family receives this, it will say Alfie instead of student's first name. For Alma's family, it will say Alma. So I always try to think about talking points. You can get most things done within 3 clicks. You choose your recipients, you write your message, and then you hit send. But there's a lot of features in here that can enhance your message. So you can add an attachment. I do want you to know that this attachment will not be translated, only the message that you're typing within this space. You're gonna note that it says 600. So our limit on messages is 600. And this is because this is a limit for most cell phone carriers. What we try to do with the 600 is prevent the messages to being broken up into smaller ones and coming in a confusing manner. This also makes it so that most families or all families should receive the message and it won't be blocked because the limit goes over their allotted characters with their cell phone carrier. You can add a image from your computer. You can add a link from your Google Drive, or you can ask a question directly in your message. So if I hit this add a poll, I can actually ask a question. So let's say I sent home a letter explaining tutoring. I can ask, if they received a letter regarding tutoring yesterday. Then the families in real time can respond with yes or no. When they respond, you'll see that response right in your analytics. So I've identified who's going to receive the message. I have created my message. I actually added a poll. And if I know that I'm going to send this around a lot and I've customized it for me, I can save it as a template. That way it pops up for an option for me to use later. What I can do is I can send in the moment or schedule for a later date and time. So let's say I'm working on this on Monday evening and I want it to go out on Tuesday morning. I can hit schedule. I can choose when I want it to go out, the date, and then I can go ahead and schedule that. Once I schedule that, I'll be able to see and monitor all of my scheduled messages within my dashboard. I want to go through this process one more time with you to show you how to send an announcement. So we sent a direct message. We're going to do an announcement. I'm going to hit new message. And this time I'm going to select an announcement. But instead of selecting a specific family that I want to message, I'm actually going to message a class or multiple classes. So let's say I want to message my math classes. I select the 2 classes I want to send. And then I think about my message. Once again, you have the templates here. So you can think about suggested templates or templates that you've saved. So I want to let families know that today your child is going to be bringing home a permission slip. Please read, sign, and I want them to return it by Friday. And then it says, let me know if you have any questions. So I've selected the classes I want it to go to. I've created my message. I can think if I want to add any of these features, and then I can go ahead and schedule or hit send. So now that you've sent some messages, I want to show you how you can view those on the dashboard. Before I do that, I want to jump into some privacy issues. I want to let you know that any messages you sent through talking points, families will not see your phone number. There'll be a third-party phone number generated by the cell phone carrier. I also want to let you know that families will never see each other's information. So your information and the family's information remains private. So I've sent a direct message and a family announcement. Here on the left-hand side of my screen, I can view those. So let's look at the messages first. I can see the messages that I've sent to my families. Right here, I can view the messages, click on it. I'll see the student's name and the messages between me and that family. If I click on these 3 dots and see view student details, I can see information about the student. So I can see their name, their classes, and I can see their family information. Because we're synced with Clever, any of this data will always want to be changed in Infinite Campus in order for it to be corrected here in Talking Points. So for instance, if you're noticing that the phone number for Dimitri is not correct, you can meet with your data person on your site and change that phone number within Infinite Campus, and then it will appear in Talking Points the next day. The same would be true about any of this content, the phone number, the name, or the relationship. If I come back to these three dots, I can hide